Cool. Hey guys, we're back. Matt and Rob here. I'm Matt. That other guy's Rob. I know you can tell because you can see us. We've got Brandon Andrews playing Trolls against Cade Scott playing Circle.
You should let them all know where we're
Orboros. Playing at Giga-bites Café. This is our Masters Qualifier. Brandon and Cade are in Heat 2. We're running 2 concurrent heats. This is round 2. And they're both winners, which is why they get the honor of being mic'd up and playing like puppets on strings for us. So Brandon's running Borka 1, which is Borka and the Keg Slayer and the Keg Bearer, Dire Maul and a Sea King, the best gargantuan in the game. And he's got Eilish Garrity, Fellcaller, Max Krillstone with the Stone Scribe Elder, Max Finblades, and Long Riders. So he threats pretty far actually with this list, and it's kind of small, but it seems like it can do a lot of things. Also, the takedown is pretty relevant. We've talked about that a lot actually on a lot of others of our streams this weekend. You know, we started yesterday and did 3 rounds, and we were already around in today. Takedown is going to be pretty important with kind of where the meta's at today. Cade's playing Iona, pretty standard Iona list, I guess. He's going with the Storm Raptor as his battle group. He's got a Bloodweaver Night Witch, a Bogtrog Mist Speaker, a Gallows Grove, pretty important, I think, the Gallows Grove. He's got a Tharn Ravager Shaman, Boil Master and Cauldron, Bridget and Call, unit of Bloodweavers, 2 Max Ravagers with UAs. I mean, that's pretty standard. I know the Bloodweavers, maybe not so much, but you know, like Lord of the Feast, they got Feasty Boy in the Cauldron and everything. What he doesn't have, maybe Rob can tell me. Rob's been playing Circle. He doesn't have the solo that gives him Divine Inspiration, right? In this list, that is the
no,
is that
he does
the
not.
Shaman.
It's the Shaman.
The blood? No, he does have a.
It's an attachment.
The Ravager Shaman?
No.
Oh, it's an
Blood
attachment.
Weaver, it's the Blood Shaman.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
Bringing 2. Bringing 2 knights. Yeah, bringing 2. It's that or bringing no knights, because I'm not really trusting my 1 knight army. But,
just trying to decide what to
All right.
So Brandon got to go first, which is pretty relevant.
that's Crusader. That's Crusader.
So sorry. I feel like you've got questions for me right now because I'm listening to the stream and dealing with stuff.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
So
no, I was just saying, like Brandon's got. Brandon went first, which is pretty big, I think, in this match. I must look stressed. This is the 3rd person today to come over and give me a back rub. And I'm not saying I don't appreciate it. Because
no, you just have very rubbable shoulders.
I'm purring like a walrus.
That's an apt description, mostly because of your large tusks that come out of your beard.
Yes, I was in a Kevin Smith movie. Maybe you've seen it. It was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh, that's sick.
Sick, dude. For a moment, I said "sick, dude" in a way that made me almost believe that Tony Hawk was in that movie, and I was like, Tony Hawk wasn't in that movie.
I mean,
also,
it's right?
why? Yeah, it is. But also, why do I associate Tony Hawk with the word "sick"? Like,
it's like his that's hot if he was Paris Hilton, right?
I guess.
Did he ever say it once?
I don't think so.
Probably. Let's be honest. He's probably said that was sick.
He was in Triple X though.
Woo! Wait, he was?
Yeah, like when Xander Cage goes back to his like dope
yes!
warehouse apartment thing, and they're like rad skateboard ramps and stuff. I'm sorry, we're not talking about them running up, and it's mostly because they're running up. But anyway, yeah, Tony Hawk is there, and he's like, "Cool move, Xander." That's like his only line, and you know that's how you know that Vin Diesel's character in that movie is really, really cool
because he's hanging out with Tony.
He's hanging with the Hawkman.
The Hawkster.
The Hawkinator. That would be what Dr. Doofenshmirtz calls him.
Really now?
No, he'd probably call him the skateboard skatey Hawkinator because all of his stuff is super long. Yeah, so these the fin blades getting into position here is pretty big idea. Is pretty big deal. Pretty much everything that Brandon has is going to threat into the zones, which is going to be relevant. I don't know how much really Cade's going to be able to move up. He's going to have to make probably some choices. Fin blades with cleave and takedown seem like they might do some work into Ravagers. Thoughts, Rob?
Sorry, what was that?
I said fin blades with cleave and takedown. Seem like they maybe could do some work into Ravagers. Thoughts?
Yeah, so getting up to Matt, what's his list exactly? I forget. He's got a fell collar. Right? So getting up to Matt 8's really relevant. Because even the Surefoot, he needs 7s to hit.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. And they'll hit hard enough to kill him, and then takedown will be relevant. So,
right. I mean, because cleave won't matter in that case, but you'd rather they just don't get back up than.
Yeah, I mean takedown's big. There's not that many bodies. He's with Fen Blades you can outclass them, and he out-threatens them, which is really powerful, right? He doesn't even need Vengeance to out-threaten them, which is pretty good. Because he threatens 6, 8, 11, 13 inches without Vengeance, and 16 with it. So that's pretty big, being able to out-threaten it. I mean, this is a game that he wants to... I mean, I was talking to Brandon a little bit, and he was saying that this is not a great... He doesn't enjoy this matchup a whole lot. But he was talking... As he said, he was talking crap. And so he had to he had to try this out. And so that's I guess, part of the reason he was doing this. So
I mean, also he's just in the position where he has to play this game. So
I mean, he has to play the game, right? We've got a lot of people here, and we've got some really good players, and Brandon's one of them. And I would assume Cade is as well.
Rob's super professional.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat on stream. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Rob's the worst.
Nom nom nom.
Yep. So again, we see, just like I said, I think Brandon being able to put pressure on those zones first is a big deal. The Sea King is on fire, which is fun.
Sea King is one of my favorite gargantuans in the game. I think I'm torn if it's not the best. The Glacier King is pretty phenomenal. But I still think that, the Sea King, if anything, is definitely the most underrated gargantuan in the game.
I think that might be from when it came out, and it was incredibly overpriced.
Yeah. I think it's telling of how good it is that I may have been really off base, but even at 42 points when it came out, I was like, maybe I could fit it in a list. Because it is really good. It was just too expensive. And then they buffed it and then brought its points down, and I was like, yes, it ends up in so many of my lists right now.
Yeah.
I love that thing. It threatens really far, it hits really hard, it does a lot of work itself. And you don't even need a lot to bring with it, which is part of the, trolls have a problem where they sometimes, they have support bloat. Everyone knows about the support bloat trolls, not everyone, but in case, for the uninitiated, trolls have a little bit of support bloat. Now, that's not a bad thing, because that's how trolls are built. But you do want to try and minimize that support the least you can. At least that's how I like to play them. And so when I can bring a piece like the Sea King, who doesn't need to bring a Mauler or an Axer or all these other pieces that are more points that I'm taking away from other things. Not that a Mauler and Axer are bad at all. They're actually kind of not exactly support bloat in my opinion. But not having to bring that stuff to have a piece that's still really relevant is really good. And his gun is good too. Into this matchup, his gun will be really nice. He's got him central, so he can pick which unit he's going to go shoot at. He's not going to shoot at, obviously, the one with the -5 range. Or is it 3?
Phantasm.
I think it's 5. Yeah, Phantasm?
I think it's 5.
I don't actually play Iona for a circle player. She looks really boring to me. So I should play her just so I know how she works. But
She's boring in the way that other good casters are boring, where, they do one thing and they do it really well, and then the list has to be fun, and I think that Tharn
Admittedly,
is fun.
I do enjoy a good Tharn list.
Yeah, so I think that you just kind of, like, for example, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, realistically, Rasheth is relatively boring. He makes a determination of what, if anything, he's going to snipe out that turn, but that's it. Like, he doesn't have a gun, he doesn't have a melee weapon, he's speed 4. Like, he doesn't have to get close to do anything because he's Fury 8. And that's the way I kind of feel about Iona. Iona is, she's good. She makes a choice every turn, and then the rest of the list just kind of benefits from her being there, and I think that's kind of how she works.
Yeah, Sinjuris is right. I'm rooting for Troll player. These are both good players, but I'm always... Well, it's weird, because I also play Circle, but I'm definitely actually rooting for the Troll player here, because Trolls are my first love, and so I've got to represent.
Can they both lose? Can we, draw lose?
That's the best situation for me. That way I don't have to... It's like a situation at, Thanksgiving. You don't want to put yourself in a family gathering. You don't want to get in between. So if they both lose, I don't have to pick sides. That would actually be ideal for me.
So it's ideal for me, too, because then nobody wins. And I don't like Trolls or Circle. So there's that. Maybe what we can do is... we're on stream, right? Maybe we can get them to do, the Rocky ending where they're just, rolling dice at the same time and then it freeze frames.
Freeze frames, yes! That would be ideal. That would be perfect for me.
It's cool for Salamander.
Sorry. Getting some stuff done.
Yeah, Rob's just over here working. He's working and eating and not...
I'm like the most professional. I don't even know what you're saying. I do not multitask to the detriment to what I'm currently doing in both tasks. That would be weird.
So Kay's moving some stuff up. He realizes he can't really stay out of threat, but he doesn't have to give a whole unit.
Yeah, so
and that's really what he wants. He wants to be able to keep some stuff alive, obviously. So maybe those 2 Ravagers will be fine. Ravagers have 2 or 1 inch melee.
2 inch.
They have 2 inch.
2 inch. It's really relevant. So they threaten 11 inches.
So he probably has a no-fly zone then in between those 2 Ravagers up front to try and keep the Finblades from getting to that back line, because they probably threat that back line, but he probably can't get there without taking 3 strikes.
I like Matthew's shoot here. Every time an Iona player loses, an Archon gets its wings. Accurate. I think that's how it works. I think it's exactly how it works.
And Rob hates Archons, so that's why he doesn't play Iona, because then if he loses, he doesn't have to feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. You figured it out. Mostly I'm just a little... I'm underwhelmed by the Primal Archon, but I think it's because I play Trolls. I think she'll be good in other factions, actually. I'm just not super excited for her in Trolls. I may be really off base there. I'm not always the best on that.
So, I'm not sure how I feel about the Archons, because the one I heard a lot about was, I think it was the Primal Archon, the one that could heal.
The Primal looks pretty cool, actually.
Not Primal, the whatever. The Dunion?
The Dunion, yeah, the Dunion,
anyway,
sorry. If I said Primal, I meant Dunion.
I listen to people complain about, Protectorate players complain about the Midnight Archon, and I was like, well, the last time I listened to Protectorate players complain, they told me that the 3-man Paladin unit with Shield Guard was bad, and so I just, it's kind of, so I don't trust them. I also, though, I'm not going to pick on Protectorate players. I play Scorn. Scorn players were like, nah, Makeda 3 is useless, and then,
Yeah, that
turns out that was wrong.
That was wrong.
They were like, you can't use Insight, and it turns out you can use Insight with Fury and Bulwark and a bunch of shield guard. Yeah, the point is, yeah.
So we've got some pretty cool. He's got tough low positioned. Brandon's got some tough low positioned on the bottom flank.
Yeah.
Brandon has a nice advantage here, is that I don't think Horthul's in his list, right?
No,
we were talking about this yesterday. We were both a little grumpy about Horthul's point costing and solos, which is part of the reason I'm really looking forward to some of the changes coming in Oblivion, that I'll be able to use Horthul a lot, because I like him. I just never seem to fit him into a list. But, he's playing Band of Heroes, which generally have a high mat, which is really useful into a matchup like this, because Circle already has a high defense. And then you add on to that Iona, who's like, I'm gonna make everything higher defense, and you're just like, great, this is awesome. But you've got that, and then but he's got high mat, he's got a fell collar in there to resolve some of that, and he hits hard enough, and everything has takedown, so he's not gonna get tough rolls. So he's, as long as he can just one-shot Ravagers, which is easier said than done, but as long as he can one-shot the Ravagers or something, he's got a pretty good gut shot at just like removing Ravagers that are gonna not have the annoying parts of what they are.
I'm curious how these Blood Weavers are gonna work, like, because obviously Cade's ambushed them.
I would guess they come in on those. I'd guess they come in on the
On the top?
Yeah, I think they're going to come in on the top because that's going to be their best spot for him.
Well, I think it's going to. I mean, it's hard to say because it's going to depend on what Brandon does this turn.
I mean,
Cade's done pretty well with, I think, positioning. Oh, are we looking at a Sea King maybe trying to get to a bird?
Oh yeah, I think he's going to go kill Big Burb if he can.
That would be bad.
Yeah, so if he's in melee, he can get the Sea King up to power strength 24.
Yeah, it turns out armor 18 birds don't like that.
Yeah, they're not real fond of that. I've had that experience. They're not really fond of anything that hits them.
Yeah.
He's literally, Brandon's really literally talking about how that's going to go.
Yeah.
You apply the first two, but then also any unit.
So I think he's going to try and one-shot Iona.
Gross.
And assume she dodges. And then he's going to just buy attacks
On the bird?
What's
What's that?
Oh, I'm listening to his math, and he's breaking it down. And he's talking about dice plus 6 on the Storm Raptor.
Yeah. And it has 50 boxes, 52 boxes?
Yeah, so let's see. He's going to get 3 attacks?
Because he doesn't charge for free. And theoretically he's going to boost on. Wait, is Iona in range?
Yeah, Iona's in range.
That's
So
terrifying.
his thinking is that if he can hit Iona,
Yeah. That the Storm Raptor will take 1 billion damage?
yeah, it'll be like dice plus at least 10.
Well,
So
and it's the charge attack.
it's charge attack. So
Kinda-
we're talking 20 damage.
So like, not because I don't like Cade, but I just want to. I love when damage is that high, so I kind of
Oh, yeah.
want to. I kind of want to see it. That's why I like Disciples of Agony. When I'm like, yeah, my Warhogs are power strength 26. I just love looking at people's faces. Yeah, Iona's armor 14.
so dice plus 4, 10. Dice plus 10.
Yeah.
Casual moments.
Yeah, like Big Bird's gonna take on average 20 damage.
Yeah, I mean, but he has to hit. She's what, defense 17? I think she's over a wall.
That's gross. She's defense 16,
So
she'd be
18?
18,
Yeah,
and
that'd be-
he needs a 12.
Yeah, that'd be
I mean,
pretty gnarly.
I think you take the shot.
I mean, the funnier one was if she's sitting on 0 fury.
Well, that's what I mean. Oh, she's on.
I don't
oh,
think
no.
she's on 0.
No, I
think she's on 1.
She's probably camping, but what I mean is he only has Big Bird. So if he can hit Iona, he does a bunch of damage to the bird.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go. I think.
Oh, boy.
Well, he's measuring it, so I don't know if he's committed yet.
Oh, he's getting a spot. He's missing where he can go.
This is. You know what? I like this move anyway because that Sea King's going to be up in his face, causing a bunch of problems. And actually, I don't know how I feel about Ravagers into the Sea King. To be honest with you, I know they're POW 14 when they charge, or 13.
No, 15s.
15 when they charge. Okay,
But then they Iona's feet.
there you go. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't feel like they kill him, and then I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, so they hit pretty hard.
Yeah. So I mean, charging 18s will do. He's 21 with the stone.
Yeah.
So I mean, charging 18s will.
Well, and part of the problem is if he doesn't snipe out, if he doesn't get the bird can then go and shoot the stone.
Yeah.
You can pulse kill a bunch of the rocks and still make attack. Well, he might just buy it. Also, if he doesn't kill the bird is going to do a little damage into the Sea King.
I mean, but yeah, what I mean is, I like this plan, especially if it forces Iona to feat on the Sea King and not the rest of the troll models.
Well, other than the Tuffalo and Borka,
Yeah, but I mean, like if he can run the board with the Tuffalo, that's kind of nice.
yeah, if he can get rid of the Tuffalo, although I don't think that stops him from using it on the Tuffalo because his Ravagers on the bottom half are really not in a position to even get on the Sea King much.
That's fair.
He didn't trigger Vengeance or anything.
Right.
So I mean, he could. He's going to trigger Vengeance this turn, actually. Now that I think about it, so yeah, he could.
I mean, like there's probably not a way that he doesn't trigger
Although
vengeance.
the
on both
beautiful
units.
thing about Band of Heroes and Tough Low is mount attacks having takedown.
Yeah, pretty dope.
It's
Also,
pretty
I really
legit.
love that they're just base PAL 4, like they're base PAL 14.
Oh.
Because I'm, like I play an Agonizer and I'm like -2 strength and like I don't care.
Me no
And like
care.
Rachette's like -2 strength and like I don't care. Zakar's like -3 strength and like I still don't care. And I'm like,
Yeah. No, exactly.
like mount attacks always hurt my soul.
So I've been
But usually mount attacks are like PAL 10s. They're
Yeah.
not usually PAL 14s.
well. So that's why I love Art Horthel, and I get so sad that I can't bring him into a lot of lists. Is
Well, you can.
that-
You just have to give up a free solo. So he ends up costing you like functionally like 12 points. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could. I've built him around like some other stuff that does a slightly different job, but it's just like I love him because I'm sitting there. I'm gonna go, man, Band of Heroes. You do something like I think he just raged the Sea King. So if you do something,
I keep forgetting he has a Mauler in this list because I was like, where's he getting the rage from?
Oh yeah, target.
yeah. So he hits like a truck. So I
So-
usually don't bring the Sea King with a Mauler, but
Because he already hits pretty hard.
if you do, dear Lord, that guy hits hard.
So, what else does he have? What else does he have on the bird? Because 3 attacks, even at dice +6, are not going to kill the bird.
He's got. So I think if he.
I mean, that's like 40 damage.
I mean, if he feats, he's got like some tough low and probably a couple fen blades.
Okay, I can see
But-
the thin blade. Yeah. I'm just curious because like, obviously he's done math, but I was just thinking that, like, PAL, even at dice +6, that's 13 damage on average. So 13 and 3 is 39.
Yeah. So
I mean,
well,
like,
let's see. So if he charges it, he charges 10 inches right now. So he threatens 14 with the big boy.
Yep.
If he puts the charge straight into that,
Oh, if he actually charges the bird and doesn't charge Iona, he probably can kill the bird. But if he's trying to swing on Iona, he might not be able to kill the. That's why I was wondering if he's swinging at Iona first and he has to boost, he's losing 2 attacks on the bird. If he doesn't, I think he just murders the bird.
yeah, at dice +6
Yeah.
with
I mean,
4
6 attacks?
4. I don't think he can get his fist on him. He's got a charge.
Oh, is he only Fury 5?
Oh, wait, he charges for free. It's Bork 1.
Okay. So doesn't he have 5
attacks.
Fury though?
Yeah,
So 6 attacks.
I've been playing Circle too long,
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying. So if he charges for free, which I had forgotten about with Borka,
Sorry, Dursa, we don't have a side view. We, oh yeah, that's also the thing. If he hits, it's knockdown.
oh, did he hit Iona? They just shook hands.
I think.
Yeah, everything goes off for 6. And you get
Man, we're just gonna play the most boring games. Oh, well, so apparently
Our dice cam stopped working.
our dice cam stopped working to show the one meaningful row.
The one roll, yeah.
So he hit Iona, and the Sea King has knockdown on the anchor
Okay, so he just buys attack on her until she's
at dice
dead.
+10.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's game. Sometimes, yeah. So Sea King goes
Jesus.
in. He's raged by the Mauler. That was quick. Did not see that, and unfortunately, the dice cam didn't work because there weren't any dice rolls, so we didn't know it wasn't working. But basically, what happens is he rages the Mauler, goes in. He's got the Stone Aura up. He has to connect with the Sea King anchor, and he does. And that's a dead Iona. So that's the game there. That's sometimes we've yesterday we had some really great grindy ones, and today we are just going to show you all the games ending on top of 2 today. We'll try and get you some longer games. Jeez. But that was I think I get like Brandon's situations, like get out of the matchup if he can. He saw the shot. I mean, he needed a 12 to hit, but if he hits it, oh yeah, respect the king for sure. He is the king. You got to respect him. And I love the Sea King for so many reasons. That's one of them. Yeah, no, well, so, Adam, I go by the rule of don't let people roll dice on your caster. That's the best rule to not get killed. Don't let them roll dice. But yeah, so that's game. I don't have a whole lot to say there. That just sometimes happens. That's a game that would probably happen to me, where I would just put my caster way too far up and then just get snuck. Have a gargantuan sneak in on me and kill me. That'll be that. Matt, I'm gonna wait for Matt to get back to see what he said. Oh yeah, good times, Andrew. Yeah, so he's just continuing his habit of winning top of 2 on stream. I'm gonna see what happens with when Matt gets back here. But yeah, that was quick. Hey Matt, are you just figuring out what's going on? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. We'll be back. I wish that game had been a little longer, but hey, part of the reason we like War Machine and Hordes is because of ridiculous stuff like that. So, yes, exactly, Matthew. Justice for Trolls. So Trolls go on to round 3 undefeated, which is awesome as a Troll fanboy. I unfortunately did not get my ideal situation where no one wins, but I'll take that. We'll see you next round. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the short one here, but that's not our decision. So I'll see you guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.